It's time to hunt the hunters. Hey everyone, welcome to Prince of the Gay. I'm your host Connie, and today we are here with Undead Unluck. This is episode 12. 12. Had to make sure. And last time we basically entered our Hunter x Hunter arc, I guess. Because we are at a black market mafia auction that, amongst other things, deals in slave trading. So a little bit of One Piece thrown in there as well. And for those who don't watch One Piece and are really fucking confused that I just referred to slave trading as part of One Piece, watch One Piece, you'll understand. it's it's different than you think it is. But it is slave trading, and it is horrific, and it is portrayed as such. But there's a lot of influences I see in this series in general, but especially here. There's connections that you can make with a lot of series with all of this. Hell, Mafia on a boat, that's Kaiji Ultimate Survivor. That's literally the first arc of Kaiji Ultimate Survivor. The only difference is we're not playing rock, paper, scissors with trading cards on here. But we also have some Negator Hunters here. They are here to hunt Unrepair, which is the entire reason why Andy and Fuko are also here. They're trying to get Unrepair to fill the now empty seat they have at the round table. So, yeah, we have some Negator Hunters who themselves are Negators and have powers. We don't know exactly what their powers entail to every degree, but we have kind of an idea of them. And I'm very curious to see what more we get in terms of these oncoming battles and everything. Now, this is like the halfway point of the season, because there's 24 episodes, so this is a halfway point. I wonder if we're going to end up getting a second opening, but I also wonder if this means that this is the final episode of this part. Because if this is going to be like a full arc and they continue from this part, they're changing the opening in the middle of that. That always seems weird to me. When a series changes the opening in the middle of an arc or an act or a storyline, just in general, it just feels like a weird decision to start a storyline before, like, an episode or two before you're set to change the opening. You know what I mean? Maybe that's just me. But I'm definitely interested to see what continues to happen here. If this does end up being the last episode of this storyline, then I'm interested to see how it ends. We shall see. But let's just get into this and, well, find out. Cutting in here real quick to remind you of all the awesome content we have on the channel. Between Monday and Friday, we have a plethora of awesome series reactions, with 2 on Wednesday. We also have movie reactions every Saturday and Sunday. I do pre-record them during the week, but upload them on the weekend. We also have gaming content every day of the week over on the Princess of Gaming channel. We have Horizon Forbidden West every other day, Baldur's Gate 3 every day. Every Wednesday and Sunday, we have Beyond Two Souls, and we have Poppy Playtime on Saturdays. Don't forget to click the link in the description below to get to today's video. I redirect everything due to copyright. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like this video for more awesome content like this in the future. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's get to today's reaction. And we are back, and we'll begin with spoilers in 3, 2, 1, now. So, it wasn't Unseen. It was Unmove. Unseen must have been someone else. I swear we heard about that one, but I'm not going to look it up because I don't want possible spoilers. So Unmove is this kid, Chiaka or something like that, who lost his parents, at least his mother, now carries around her bracelet, which has a couple of dice on it. He's very timid, very nervous, not very courageous. Well, he is actually courageous, because as I always point out, courage is not the absence of fear, but doing the right thing in spite of it. And he proves at the end here how courageous he actually is, despite how afraid he also, well, is. His ability can negate movement as long as he holds eye contact. Normally, he has to push the hair out of his eyes so he can have full eye contact. But by tying it up with the dice, that kind of makes up for that. And he also cannot move. He has to keep entirely still. Which also, by the way, if you're having to hold up your hair, holding up your arm like that and keeping entirely still would be difficult. So having it just tied up works better anyway. But this is a kid who, like, things have been going wrong for him. He was at school and he started to notice everyone was speaking in English. And he couldn't understand them. They couldn't understand him. Because due to being a negator, he's still speaking his normal language. And that's when he got fucking tased out of nowhere and kidnapped. So, fun. And that has led to where we're at now. We also have Unrepair. We've heard of Unrepair before, and he is the leader of these negator hunters. He's very fast, very skilled, but that's not related to his power. He just is very fast. His actual power is that any wound he inflicts upon an enemy, really, cannot be healed or repaired unless he dies. It's not even a knocked unconscious or anything. He has to die. So if he inflicts a wound on you, you will die unless he dies first. The interesting thing with Andy is that there are loopholes around this. Because of Andy's abilities, the effect, as we see, is put on him. So Unrepair puts the effect on Andy. Andy can't do anything to heal himself. He can't do anything to repair his wound. But if someone else does it for him, they're not restricted by the ability. They can do that, and that basically negates Unrepair in a way. But he can also do certain things if it's for offensive action. Like, as we see, like, he can cut his arms even after they've been damaged. And that allows him to use them for offensive action if he's not, like, trying to heal with them. So there is definitely loopholes to get around Unrepair. But the problem is, having used it now on Fuko, that's a problem, because Andy can handle things with that. Even if he can't repair himself, he can still survive. She can't. Because if she's hit by the scalpel that he threw and that his power was connected to, that means that she's bleeding. She's going to bleed out. She can't stop bleeding. It will not stop. There's nothing that can be done about that unless Unrepair dies. Which means he has to die. Andy needs to kill him in order to save Fuko. But unfortunately, they leave as the Mafia are coming in, and that leads to a problem. And that's when Unmove is able to help them out. But yeah, we don't get to know anyone else's powers, but we get to see a little bit of them in action. We just don't know the specifics. This fortune teller girl, who I think is kind of Unrepair's girlfriend or something, she's her fortune telling isn't her ability, which is, again, what I thought it was. Though, to be fair, I also thought Unrepair's ability was his speed. No, her ability seems to be, like, I don't know, I would call it something like unhit or untarget or something like that, to where it's like any attack or any kind of thing like that coming at her will miss. It'll be forced to miss. Like, bullets being shot at her will diverge away from her. A sword will slip out of the way of her body. Now, if the sword is covered in blood, the blood will still splatter on her. That still happens. That's not like an attack per se. But she can't be hit by anything that would it's probably anything that would cause her bodily damage or whatnot. I'm very interested to see if there's other applications of this, if it's something she has to do actively or if it's a passive ability. I want to learn more for sure. We also have the hooded person, the big dude who had the minigun or whatever the fuck it was. A lot of people who we don't really know about. The only one, they're the only two we know for sure have abilities right now. Tatiana came in to deal with the others at the moment, though. And eventually they all seem to escape. We don't know what Tatiana's doing at the moment. I guess she just, like, went away with them. But yeah, this is not over yet. So if we do get a new opening next episode, they're just changing openings in the middle of this. So, like I kind of said, I'm not a huge fan of that. I feel like it's just weird to change openings when you're in the middle of, like, an arc or a storyline or something like that going on. But, I don't know. We'll see. Now, if we do also get a new opening, I'm wondering what it's going to be like. I wonder if it's going to live up to the first. Because that's happened with plenty of anime where the first opening is just so fucking good. The second just has no chance of living up to it. Dororo is a big example of that. Ancient Magus' Bride is a great example of that. Anime where it's like, oh, the first opening is just iconically amazing. The second opening, not that great. But yeah, there's a lot to look forward to, so I'm excited to see what more we get with this storyline. We will continue this next time, though. So until then, let me know your thoughts down below on this episode of Undead Unluck. And for now, I'm Connie, and I'm signing off. See y'all next time.